I'm Julie.
And I'm Melanie.
And we're Moms on a Mission,
empowered to bring abundance to our families.
Okay, hi guys. This is Braid Girls for the week, and I'm super excited to have Krista and Claire to join me. Aren't they super cute in their little braids too? And I absolutely love Big Family Homestead. They are one of my favorite channels and tricks. And first off, we talked about oils before we started the video. So do you mind telling us about essential oils that you love that make your life bright?
My favorite oil blend is a blend of peppermint and wintergreen and
eucalyptus.
You see, I don't even know if eucalyptus is in it. I can't remember. There's like 10 different oils in this blend that whenever I have a tension headache, I just put a little bit on my temples and a little bit on the back of my neck. And it just really helps to relieve that stress from 7 kids. 7 kids. Yes. But, or just Brad.
Right? So you have more kids than I do, and you have been a mom longer than me. So today I really want to pick your brain about how you raise your family, your tips and tricks, and pitched on the spot.
Oh, yeah, you did. Delegation. Yeah. Well, what does this mean, though, Claire? Be nice.
Well, discipline, delegation. What's another D word?
Disciple.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Disciple. Yeah, discipline is super important. You know, having a large family, you can't I always call our house controlled chaos because yes, there's 9 people here and there's always something crazy going on, but there has to be some sort of control to that chaos. You know, and there's no jumping around on the furniture. There's no running through that house, especially with scissors. No, that's not a good idea. But there has to be some kind of order to the chaos. I shouldn't say control. It's order. It's this. Yes, I have 7 kids, and I am the kind of mom that doesn't like a lot of noise and I have a lot of, not sensory issues, but if it's too loud or too crazy, I kind of go a little crazy. I'm like, okay, we need to bring it back down to normal. And, you know, it's you quit smiling like that. So, but yeah, there has to be order to chaos in our family to get everything that we need done.
Well, and don't you find that on top of it, the homeschooling can be a blessing, but it can also be a curse. A lot of moms have that 8 hours during the day when they can get the house cleaned up and get the next meal on. But not only do we have the help of our children, of our lovely Claires in our life, but we also have the fact that they never leave. And so I think it's kind of like a dance, and it's kind of like, for my house, when you say controlled chaos, for me, I'm like, okay, one time today, my house was really clean. Now, it may not be clean right now, but I did at one point in my day have a clean house to show this is what I did. I'm training my children that this is what we're aiming for. But if occasionally I had clutter in my house because we then were living our lives and I didn't have to be this huge control freak, I knew that there were blocks of the day when certain things happened so that everything happened, but it didn't all have to happen at the same time.
Right. Oh yeah, totally. You know, and there's a saying that we kind of have in our family. Public areas need to stay clean and orderly. Your bedrooms and private areas, not necessarily. You know, you can have a pile of laundry on the floor for a little while. You know, it needs to get done within the next day or so, but it doesn't have to be clean and tidy all the time. You know,
I know that you guys are just starting out with the homesteading thing. You have new goats, and didn't you have new chicks that came in too?
Yeah, we hatched them in our incubator. They're 2 weeks. I think they're 3 weeks old now. So, and I've got another batch of chicks in the incubator. So.
You do. So what's the thing you enjoy the most and that you get the most return on?
Wow, that's a really hard one. I think I value the goats the most because they not only give us milk and cheese, but they love you back. Chickens, they provide you meat and eggs, and that's about it. But the goats really love the interaction with us, and they're just so darn fun. Stressful, I gotta tell you. Zeus and Bitsy's mom is really driving me crazy because I'll be honest, I don't think she's ever been milked.
Oh, really?
And she's a 7-year-old goat. I don't think she's ever been hand milked. I'm having a really hard time getting her in our milking stand. I'm having a hard time getting her just to stand still. So
I will give you a clue then, because this is what I do really well. So whenever I have a stubborn goat, I keep their rations, I keep them off of pasture, and I keep their rations very slim for a little while.
Okay.
Not so that they're hungry, but that they're always a little bit peckish, and the food is going to be a little bit rough. It's not going to be the richest stuff that you have. It's going to be more grass than alfalfa, so that they're always just a little teeny bit hungry.
Okay.
So I will separate the kids at night. So as I go to chores, I'll put the kids up, and they'll be close to mama, so she's not worried, but they won't be able to nurse.
Right.
In the morning, she will have had absolutely no food overnight. So I remove food at night when I remove the babies.
Okay.
When I come out in the morning, I will take her to wherever they are. They will stay in their cage, and I will put her delicious, yummy food that is her favorite thing. It can be cut up carrots and grain and a little bit of the best alfalfa that you have, whatever it is that she loves. I'll put it there next to the cage so she can see the babies.
Okay.
And then right there next to that, I will milk her onto the ground. I just milk her onto the ground. I don't want to worry about her kicking the bucket. I don't want her to worry about seeing the bucket. I'm just teaching her to stand still. And then that is what I will do every single time that I go out to milk her. She will have been able to see her babies, but not able to nurse them for a few hours. She'll be hungry. And I don't put her up on the stanchion until, because my goats, they do not lift a leg, and I do not have to clip them to anything because they have just learned that when I show up, this is when the best food comes out. And as long as the babies are next to her, she thinks you're the baby, and she won't even notice that it's not the baby that's nursing. Let me get up on my soapbox. It's really a milk stanchion. If you get me talking about goats, I could talk all day.
Yeah, I know. I feel the same way.
So, Claire, I do want you to have a chance to talk. Do you know what it is you'd like to share with the group today? Any wisdom from your life, things that you're making, ideas that you're having?
If you have kids, try to involve them as much as you can just when you're going outside. That way, if they're inside or if you're doing homeschooling, if you're going out to take care of the animals or you're doing a project, make sure you involve them, and because they learn so much from that. I know I do. The other day I just learned what did I learn how to do? I don't remember. But we were outside just taking care of the animals, and it really helped a lot just to learn from that experience, I guess.
That's awesome.
Well, and it's nice if you have a child that is this old that you can take out and be in the barnyard or gardening with you. When they grow up and move away from home, they don't have to, ask their roommates, so how is it that you wash dishes?
Right.
How is it that you cook economically when you're away at college? If you didn't follow your mom around to learn how to do these things, you go to college and your grocery bill for the month is $300 when it should have been $50.
Exactly.
I agree. I think that kind of companionship with your parents, it's the way I learned everything that lets me save money today is from what I remember my mom teaching me.
Wow.
Thank you.
Awesome. That is awesome. I wish I had that influence growing up. I didn't. All this stuff I've learned over the last 15, 20 years. So it's we have a learning curve every day. Just like Bev said this morning, everything's a learning curve. So.
Yeah. Well, and it builds on itself, I think. I know for my mom, she didn't learn a lot from her mom. Her mom was working very hard to support their family and wasn't around. She just did the laundry for her kids and it magically appeared in their drawers. She made the beds and it just magically was clean when they got home from school. And so when my mom got married, she didn't know how to make a bed. She didn't know how to make a roast. She didn't know how to clean. She didn't know how to change a diaper. Of all things, she had to, and she didn't have anybody to watch because everybody else had followed their moms around. But in that era, it was not common for the mom to be working as much as hers did. Right. And so she wasn't able to pass all of that on to us because she didn't know how to do it. So I think that with the homeschooling and with the stay-at-home mom thing, you're nurturing future generations that you may never meet.
Right.
Because it does pass down. And the little family segments that they have with Krista and Brad talking just to each other and to other people are some of my favorite. They do that on Sunday nights. What time?
7 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m. Eastern, and I never miss it. Even if I'm there late, I just watch the recording if I wasn't able to come in for the questions. So make sure to go check that out. It's amazing. And thanks for joining Braid Girls, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. It's okay. Keep going. What do you think? How did it go?
Oh, that was awesome. Since we've cut, your screen has frozen.
Let's see. Okay, so you still have your recorder going, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to try turning my recorder off and tell me if it's up.
Okay, on his arms and legs. Well, he got bit all over where the off was, but where the past tense, sorry. Edit that out.
Is that better?
No.